Here in my car, I can make videos on the 4th of July, 'cause my wife is off in my car. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Here in my car, on Independence Day, I can yell really loud at the injustices going on. Ba-dum, bum, bum. Boom, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum. All right. So, it's Independence Day, right? Here's a video by Catilla the Hun. She's very beautiful. She has 11,000 subs. She should have 1,100,000 million subs. Go to her channel, subscribe, click the bell, hit the thumbs up, just like I did right there. And let's watch this video together. This is old. You guys have probably seen it, but again, remember, today is Independence Day. This is what independence looks like in America.
Now, live. This is CBS 4 News at 11.
We sent undercover cameras into dozens of police stations.
We wanted to find out how people would be treated and what the procedures are for filing complaints against police officers.
I-Team investigator Mike Kirsch is here now with his investigation into what some might consider police station intimidation.
Police departments around the country, like here in Tallahassee, give citizens police complaint forms all the time, no questions asked. But walk into a police station in South Florida trying to find out how to file a complaint and watch what happens.
Yeah, I wanted to find out how to file a complaint against an officer. I just wanted to find out how to do it. You guys have a form or something that I could take with me?
Well, you gotta tell me first, and then I gotta hear what's going on. You gotta tell me what
You gotta tell me first, and I gotta see what's going on, see?
the complaint is.
Do you have a complaint form that I can fill out or something like that?
Might not be a legitimate complaint.
Who decides that?
I'm trying to help you.
If there's a form.
Who decides if it's a legitimate complaint? I'm trying to help you.
Can I just take it and leave, right?
No, you don't leave with forms. You tell me what happened.
You don't leave with forms, you see? You tell me what happens, I decide if it's BS, and then I dismiss you. See how the blue line thing works here?
And then I help you from there. Do you have an idea on you?
Why?
Can you surrender your 4th Amendment for me?
You know what? You need to leave. Okay? You're refusing to tell me what you want to do. Okay? You're refusing to tell me who's in the
He told you exactly what he wanted to do. He wanted to take a complaint form and take it with him.
where it happened, what transpired. You're not cooperating with me one bit.
I was just asking if you guys have a complaint form or if there's some way for me to contact internal affairs.
You can do whatever the hell you want. It's a free country.
Why are you cursing at me?
Where do you live?
Again, who escalates the situation here? This dude comes to the police station and he wants a complaint form. Something every police department should have and have ready to go to hand out when people want them. Look what this cop does now.
Where do you live? Alright, first of all, so you're not going to tell me where you live, what your name is, or anything like that, right?
I mean, if you're going to, if I ask...
Are you on medication?
Why would you ask me something like that?
Because you're not answering any of my questions.
So I'm on medication?
You need medication, pig.
I asked you. It's a free country. I can ask you that.
Okay, you're right.
So you're not going to tell me who you are. You're not going to tell me what the problem is. You're not going to identify yourself.
All I asked you was, how do I contact
You said you had a complaint. You said my officers are acting in an inappropriate manner. Leave now. Leave now.
How 41 is a...
Leave now. You better keep walking, son, before you get yourself into some trouble.
Unlawful orders.
I'm not doing anything wrong.
Neither am I. It's a free country. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Why don't you get out of my face, man?
I'm not in your face. I'm standing. Sidewalk, free country. One more step towards me, see what happens.
You just unlocked his holster and threatened him with violence. One more step forward and you'll see what happens. Because he wanted a complaint form. You think this department's corrupt at all?
Take one more step forward and see what happens.
Yeah, I'm trying to find out how to file a complaint against an officer.
Where does he work at?
I'm saying if he works at this district. We're trying to follow.
I'm asking you a question. Where does he work at? He works here at this district. Just try to answer my question. I think you think that
He's already escalating.
this is a big conspiracy.
I'm trying to find out how you file a complaint. That's what I'm asking.
If If you think you can walk in here and go straight to the director of Metro-Dade Police without telling me any details, you can't do it. And for some reason, you think that. I don't know why.
You think you could just talk to the people in charge of me? You're crazy. You got to go through the filter of BS first. And then we can dismiss everything, jumble up your story, lie, investigate ourselves, and then send you an email saying you stupid. Duh.
It's a big conspiracy that we're gonna hide some information about what happened to you. I don't know. Is it a traffic ticket? Is it something that, discourtesy complaint? What is it? He stole your lunch money? Did he steal your money? Did he, have sex with your wife? What?
I just want to know how can I go about filing a complaint on the police officer. Okay, where did the incident happen? What street what Saturday night? I'm here with the complaint now. I'm going to take the complaint. Okay.
Immediately yelling and escalating. You wonder why 40% of police abuse their own family. These are your guys right here. It's not hard to find the 40%. It's the ones that answer a different question than you asked, and then when you want to that question answered, they keep pushing their agenda and get louder and meaner as if they're correct because they have violence on their side.
You gotta speak to me so we can discuss this and see what we can do. Speak to me about it. Where did this happen? Okay, sir. Please, please. I don't.
We don't give you a form.
Where do you live?
I don't really want to say.
You don't want to say?
No.
Where you going? You want to play hardball? We play hardball. I want ID.
For what?
Because I'm asking you for ID right now. That's why.
Here.
Hand it.
You see the ID's less than a few inches from his finger. This is a disgusting pig, and I bet you this is a upper level cop. It flows right from the top, people. It's not. There's a few bad apples up there. The few bad apples are called the superiors, the lieutenants, the captains, the sergeants. Those are the bad apples, and the rest have to follow their orders. So they're all majority are bad apples, and some of them just try to lay low and get through their career and collect their pension. Those are the ones you guys would call good cops.
Hand it to me.
Here.
Hand it to me.
Are you kidding me?
Hand me your ID.
Here.
I said he's giving it to you.
Hand me your ID. Are you kidding me?
Hand me your.
Seriously. Thank God there's an undercover camera here. If that's not a disgusting scumbag of a man right there, there's no such thing. That's a disgusting scumbag because the guy wanted a complaint form.
Is this something? What are you doing here? This is very.
I came to ask you how to file a complaint.
Right, and this is very suspicious here.
Asking how to file a complaint is suspicious.
Why don't you shut up? I said this is very suspicious that you can pull in here at this time of night. He comes up
8 o'clock.
You're constantly butting in.
I'm constantly butting in.
Sir, I would like to leave.
I would love it, but he's got your driver's license, so you're just going to have to sit.
So are you detaining us? Okay, could I give you a ticket right now for improper backing? You can do whatever you want to do, I suppose. Yeah, that means yes, I guess you're saying, right? And for backing up, correct?
Well, you have the guns.
Yes? I was backing up, sir, because I was leaving.
Like, there's no way, to just write it down on something?
Here's your Broward County sheriff who waited outside and wouldn't let other cops go inside and save the kids at Stoneman Douglas High School when there was a school shooting there. Here's that department.
Well, first of all, why don't you tell me what happened, and I'll tell you if somebody did something wrong to you.
I feel like I know, if somebody did something wrong,
Maybe not. Sometimes people don't. Some people think that we're not allowed to do certain things, and we are. And sometimes, some guys take it overboard, and they're not allowed to do that.
Right.
I don't know what happened.
Right. Yeah, I'm not going to, I don't want to talk.
I tried to help you, but obviously you got issues.
I don't have issues, man.
The real issue seems to be why can't a complaint form against the police be found seemingly anywhere at South Florida Police Department?
Is there just a form that I can just fill out? Is there a form or something? Is there just something I can fill out? You guys don't have a complaint form or anything?
This hidden camera test was carried out by a police abuse watchdog group called the Police Complaint Center.
Yeah, I'm trying to...
The Patriots. The people who put this together are patriots.
Remarkably, of 38 different police stations tested around South Florida, all but 3 had no police complaint forms.
Is there a form or something? Is there just something I can fill out? You guys don't have a complaint form or anything like that?
Florida City PD and Homestead PD had them. as did the city of Miami, in 3 languages, English, Spanish, and Creole.
Creole, how Cajun spice.
But Miami Police Chief John Timoney was in no mood to gloat after hearing about the social skills of some cops.
Why don't you shut up?
And the behavior of other police officers when asked how complaints might be filed against their fellow cops.
Do you want to visit my jail cell instead?
Less than 1 minute into
trying to get a complaint form here, this cop threatens this guy with jail.
stop at the Pine Lawn Police Department, and Tester Greg Slade is threatened with jail time. Sergeant Christopher Clay acknowledged his department has complaint forms, but he refused to give one up.
So you're not going to give me a complaint form?
Slade continued pressing Sergeant Clay.
You're not allowed to give me that complaint form? Or you just won't?
I might be speaking a foreign language to you. You have to contact the chief. He's the only one that hands out the forms.
And that's your policy? That's your official policy?
That's our official policy.
I left the police department when he told me that their official policy was not to give out complaint forms after hours. And that was the only thing that I wanted him to tell me.
He thought it was over until Sergeant Clay met him outside and said, "Get out of my city."
Yeah, get out of your city, and what happens if I don't? And what happens if I don't? You put me under arrest?
Yep, you're under arrest. Come on.
I'm under arrest for what? Man, what are you doing to me, man?
There you go. So the dude wants a complaint form, ends up getting kidnapped by a domestic terrorist, aka Sergeant whatever.
What are you doing, man? I'm just stop pushing me, man. You're squeezing my.
Hey, open the door. JJ don't get it.
What am I under arrest for, man?
Failure to comply.
Comply with what?
Failure to comply. Listen to this cop-splaining he does right here.
Government building, man. Do you understand what government know what that means? You know, government property. Do you understand what that means?
Sidewalk?
We went in after them.
You're on government property. Do you understand what that means? Yeah, it means I'm on the property I paid for. It means I'm on my own property. That's what government property is. Our property. Dumbass. You're disgusting. Again, this is what independence looks like in America.
Immediately talked to Sergeant
Hope everyone's celebrating.
Clay.
I asked him specifically what the incident was about. Can't help you if I don't know what the incident was about.
Is there anything
That's a lie.
wrong with asking for a complaint form?
How we do it is so we keep track of them. They're like a control number.
How we do it is so we can keep track. Yeah, when they takes the form, fills it out, and brings it back, you can assign it a control number. You're a liar and a scumbag.
So we know exactly what complaints were coming in. He wasn't getting it. And we try to do things.
He wasn't getting it, so I had to kidnap him. I bet you this guy still has a job. How much you want to bet?
And I explained to him, this is what you need to do. I explained to him 3 times.
But can you arrest somebody for not getting it?
But he ain't under arrest. I just wanted him to calm down and get understanding.
Oh, he ain't under arrest. I just needed him to calm down, so I had to kidnap him, you understand? This is how I date, too. This is how I pick up women. They need to understand that I'm a sexy man with the perfect wiener. And if they don't understand that, I have to take them into custody, so to speak. And then they understand how sexy of a man I am. If that's not the rapist mentality this guy has, then there isn't one.
But Slate was under arrest with an official court date and summons.
Hey, Joe, we're done.
Were you throwing me out?
This is police surveillance video of a test in Independence, Missouri last year. The officers refused to give him a complaint form and then arrested him.
What are you doing, man? Oh,
Slate ended up in the hospital. In Dallas, another police complaint
Hospitalized for trying to get a complaint form.
center tester encountered this deputy who appeared to reach for a weapon.
Oh, officer, I don't need no problem. Okay.
They call you in for me?
I don't know.
Oh, you here to make a complaint? Yeah. Well, no, I want to find out how to do it first.
Can I get your name?
Rich.
So let me see your license.
So surrender your Fourth Amendment. That's what the cop just asked him.
What if I don't have it on me? That's,
Failing to identify yourself, I can take you and put you in jail.
Another lie.
All right? Is that what you want?
No, I don't want to go there.
Okay, give me your license then.
And some, like San Bernardino Sheriff's Department Corporal Ray Austin, had an intimidating message.
Because the way it works, they'll interview you with a tape, and then they'll talk to the officer to do an investigation, And if your allegation is unfounded, the officer has the right to sue you.
But that's not the policy of the San Bernardino Sheriff's Department. It states that any citizen can take a complaint form home, and they can fill it out anonymously. Jones left feeling as if he was being threatened into not filing a report, and even the captain agreed.
I can see how somebody who was listening to the corporal would feel intimidated.
After seeing the results of our test here at Sheriff's headquarters in San Bernardino, we wanted to find out if the same attitude existed at other sheriff's facilities. So the very next day, we sent our tester to Victorville.
What's the complaint process?
Again, Jones was told he wouldn't get a complaint form without giving his name and other information. This time, Sergeant Pat Daly made it seem like our tester was the criminal.
We have to take names to know how this is going. We just don't give people no names. And I would feel that
he's just blabbering at this blubbering and blabbering imbecile.
You got something to hide then if you're this suspicious or this secret.
And when Jones remains reluctant, the sergeant draws his own conclusion.
We're arrested before, right?
And why would
you abuse your wife, right?
your sergeant draw that conclusion?
You touch children, right?
That he's been arrested before, or try to even elicit a response from that?
I can't answer for the sergeant. I don't know.
This one I've actually seen from the cameraman's point of view. I've never seen it from this angle. He's got his camera just laying on the counter there recording in a public place.
Can I speak with you for a second? I'm waiting on this lady.
Oh yeah, this is Trice Razul. This dude is amazing. He knows the laws up and down and sideways. Trice Razul, and his channel is Oklahoma City Cop Block, I believe.
I need to speak with you for a second. I see that you're recording. You're not allowed to record or use cell phone in here.
That's a lie.
In the lobby, you can record us all day. The 9 right. Yeah. I don't have the policy.
I don't have the policy. I just made it up.
Okay, but you need to turn your camera off. I'll turn it off.
So this cop just loses his mind and just snatches probably a camera that costs hundreds of dollars, starts assaulting Trice Razul right here.
Dude, I've asked you to do it. What is your problem? What is your problem? What is your problem?
Well, it really sounds like you're being a little bitch about it. Why don't you just take it like a man?
Belendi Delanoy says a station house cop called him a little bitch when he tried to complain about alleged racial bias by a patrol officer. The I-Team used a hidden camera to test how Nassau County cops treat people who have a complaint about alleged police abuse. But first, Belendi's story. It prompted the undercover investigation you're about to see.
He placed his hand on his gun. He screamed at me. He was like, you know, you don't belong here.
Belendi said a cop confronted him when he was in the mostly white community of East Meadow, Long Island.
He screamed at me, why are you even parked in front of these people's houses?
It was late at night in early September. Belendi picked up some food at an all-night diner and went to hang out with a friend from college. He was getting out of his parked car when the cop pulled up behind him. After the cop checked Belendi's license and registration, Belendi says the cop made this demand.
He hands it to me and tells me to get the hell out of here.
Belendi then asked the cop for his name and badge number. Belendi says the cop retaliated by writing him tickets.
And he hands me tickets.
Ultimate coward move. Ain't that right, Chris Davila, Ojeda, and Booty Aiken and Corporal Kemp Cunt?
He said, here, there's my name and badge number.
2 of the 3 tickets were for moving violations, even though Belendi was parked. Get this.
He never saw me driving.
Later that day, Belendi went up to a cop on the desk at the 1st Precinct to file a complaint.
I told him the situation, what happened.
Belendi says that cop then became abusive.
He says to me, well, it really sounds like you're being a little bitch about it. You're making a bigger deal out of something that is not.
We wanted to find out if Nassau County cops are discouraging complaints about alleged police abuse. We went undercover to investigate using Maurice Hayes as a tester. Maurice was the man who helped us investigate whether or not it was a crime to drive while black in Nassau County. This is Maurice in our hidden camera video. He ended up handcuffed for over an hour, even though he'd committed no crime, not even a traffic violation. We decided to...
If you don't break the law, you got nothing to worry about. Right, bootlickers?
Test what would happen if Maurice wanted to complain about his treatment that night. We sent him to a different part of Nassau County wearing a hidden camera. He went to 4 precincts and asked this simple question.
How do I go about filing a complaint against an officer?
3 precincts flunked our test. They gave the wrong information. Here in the 3rd precinct in Williston Park, a sergeant insists there was only one way to do it.
I have to know what happened. I mean, you just can't come in here and say, I have a complaint. You're going to fill it out. There's no such thing. You got to tell me what happened.
There's no such thing as just filling out a complaint.
I got to know what the hell happened.
But that's not the only way, and the sergeant should have known better. If you feel reluctant to talk at a station house, you don't have to. According to the Nassau County Police Department's own policy, you can file a complaint by phone or by mail, or go directly to Internal Affairs.
I want to know your options. How do I file a complaint?
Maurice keeps at it. He asks 12 times at the 3rd precinct.
I can't call over the phone?
Finally, the sergeant tells him he can call Internal Affairs, but then discourages him from doing that.
Nobody's in Internal Affairs right now. 6-4 LA. So you give it to me, and if it's worthy of an Internal Affairs investigation, it's a complicated process.
Then this inappropriate question.
What do you have, warrants or something?
No, I don't have no warrants.
So why are you so nervous about talking to me?
I'm in a police station.
You've been here before, I guess?
No.
Why does that sergeant suggest that Maurice is a criminal? Remember, he's done nothing except...
Because criminals are suspicious of other criminals.
...ask how to file a complaint about police abuse. Things went from bad to worse at the 5th precinct in Elmont. Maurice asks the same how-to question.
How do I go about filing a complaint against an officer?
Listen to the cop's answer.
This is not New York City. New York City will take a complaint for anything. We don't take a complaint for anything. Yeah, of course.
Then more hostility.
We don't have a form just to bitch on because you want to make a complaint.
To file a complaint, you can't even go with it.
This woman right here is trying to file a complaint with the 46th precinct.
I'm here to make a complaint. Is that the concept here?
Yeah, so let me ask you this. If I was to fill something out as far as what, when, where, and how, and bring it in, are you the person that's going to oversee that?
Most likely. Because I'm here. I'm the one. If it happened, when did it happen today?
Yeah. So, officer, let me ask you this, Sergeant. If I fill out a complaint in that regards, and you oversee it, I mean, you already have something against me already.
No, I don't have anything against you.
I mean, but for you to say that if I don't talk to you, you're just going to arrest me or find something to arrest me on, that's something against me.
Well, why don't you want to talk to me? I don't get it.
Honestly, I don't want to get into it like that. I just came in to get some documentation.
So you threaten to arrest them again. So you get threatened to be kidnapped by these guys, basically for not licking their boots. If you don't lick their boots, they want to throw you in a cage. That's the first thing they go to, or hurt you.
Something of that nature. So
this is what independence looks like in America.
Complaint, something of that nature. I can fill out a complaint and have it heard and go on from there. But I mean, if you telling me that, you know, you find something to arrest me on, I mean, that's the problem right there.
If you wish,
He's assaulted my husband.
if you wish to make a written statement, that's perfectly fine. I will just also tell you that there is a penalty in the state of Ohio for making a false complaint, and that if the complaint is investigated and determined to be false, I will personally recommend that that case itself be reviewed by the prosecutor, and if those charges are false, there will be a prosecution.
That's fine.
I just want to let you know that up front.
When this incident occur? I don't want to get into it, you know. I'm just trying to find out.
Okay, sir. Let me see your driver's license. 124
Okay, sir, surrender your Fourth Amendment since you don't want to talk to me.
1019 PD, please, lobby. ID is subject here at the lobby. We're using the ID.
Do you have an ID?
Yeah, I got ID.
Can I see it?
Do I have to give it?
Well, you're going to have to tell us who you are if you're making a report.
Nah, that's all right then, man.
Well, I need to see your ID stick.
So I've sent it to you as an email, and I would like to read it to you. So let me do that. It'll take a few moments. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. On June 29th, 2011, at 3:44 p.m., I noticed a silver van with nobody in it, illegally parked at a hydrant across from the street from my building, on the northwest corner of 102nd Street and Riverside Drive. So to be cautious, I photographed the plates. The New York plates are numbered...
I've heard this one before. This is disturbing right here, man.
DMC 9287. Then I noticed that there was a police parking plate in the window, which was issued from the 81st Precinct, which is in Bedford-Stuyvesant, Brooklyn. As I was taking the pictures, a guy in a Yankees cap approached me and asked, "You got a problem?" I said, "The van is parked illegally." He said, "You people always notice a pattern." I did not understand what he meant, and I said, "Excuse me? You people always notice a fucking pattern," he said. I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "There was another guy parked up there, and someone complained about that." I did not understand what he was talking about. I asked, "Do you know what the van is doing here?" And he replied, "Well, talk to the cop over there." I looked in the direction he was pointing and asked, "Who's the cop?" To my surprise, he said, "Your fucking mother." I said, "What?" And he repeated more aggressively, "Your fucking mother." I realized this was the cop from the van, or that this was the occupant of the van, and that he was being hostile and provocative. I asked, "Who are you?" stepped back about 10 feet from him, and raised my phone to take a picture. The guy lunged at me and grabbed me by the neck, throwing me against the building with great force. "You take a fucking picture of me, and I'll fucking crush your face," he said. A woman and some kids were walking by, and I yelled, "Call the police." The guy yelled to them mockingly, "Yeah, call the police." He then
because he was a cop.
Released my neck and pushed me away. As I stumbled away, he yelled, "You take a fucking picture of me and I'll fucking kill you." I spoke to a witness who lives in the neighborhood who told me I could find her if I needed. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I appreciate you letting me put that on the...
So supposedly he was talking to someone, a cop on the phone there. And this whole thing is a phone call, what you just heard. Wait till you hear this cop's response. And he has it on speaker, I believe. And there's people in the background.
Record.
Anything else, sir?
That's all that I have to say about that. But I'm very happy to answer any of your questions.
Okay, sir.
Mm-hmm.
He pushed you, am I correct?
No, he grabbed me around the neck and pinned me against the wall by my neck, causing me to choke. And he threatened to kill me.
Okay. So do you go around taking pictures of...
Now, he just told him what this cop did. Violently assaulted him, threatened to kill him. And right away, the cop on the phone starts saying, "Do you go around taking pictures of vehicles parked illegally?" What does that have to do with anything? Do you normally go around doing lawful activity?
Vehicles parked illegally?
I'm Detective Hinton.
Lord have mercy, this is a detective.
Why are you asking me that question?
Because when you take pictures of people's vehicle, you know...
Yes, go on.
Sometimes they react in that kind of manner.
Yes, and is that against the law,
or is that... yourself in harm's way?
Detective, if I see a car in the street and I want to take a picture of it, I can do that. That is my right as a citizen of the United States.
So why would you put yourself in harm's way?
Why would you put yourself in harm's way by exercising your constitutional right? How would he be in harm's way? Because you guys are psychopaths? Listen, this is a detective.
Okay, you obviously didn't understand or you weren't listening to what I was talking about.
No, sir. You said to me that you fear for your safety.
He acted in such a manner to make me...
You didn't tell me that? You're a difficult person to talk to.
I'm really not.
Wow.
You're making this too long, and I'm about to get off the phone with you.
Well, listen,
I already did my job. I took your complaint.
Yes, but I have also a complaint about the 24th Precinct, which I'd like to file.
I'm going to place you on hold, sir. Okay, sir?
Okay, there's one thing I need to clarify with you.
No, sir. I'm getting off the phone.
Sir, there's something I need to clarify with you.
What's going to happen? Speak, sir. Speak. Because you won't get off the phone anyway.
Listen, I'm asking you to do your job. You're with the... You kept me waiting for an hour. I'm speaking now, and I'm telling you a complaint. It's your job, and I pay your salary, and I'm telling you about a complaint that I have.
What?
I pay your salary. Who
No,
do
you
think
don't, sir. You do not.
Who pays your salary? Please,
Now
let's
say
not
what
get...
you have to say, sir. Say what you have to say.
Why do they go blank? They hate the fact that we're the ones that pay them. They hate the fact that we're the boss. They can't stand that idea.
I wrote in my complaint that what the guy did to me was menacing in the second degree, and I wrote out the reasons why that was, and he put down harassment. And it was not harassment by definition by the law 120.14, menacing in the second degree. He or she engages in a course of conduct, intentionally placing or attempting to place a person in reasonable fear of physical injury, serious physical injury, or death. He said he was going to kill me if I did something that I have every right to do. And it's no difference, I'm taking a picture. If he doesn't want me taking a picture, he can turn around or he can walk away. There is no provision of law that says if someone takes a picture of you, you can grab them by the neck and threaten to kill them. Okay? That's the law. I shouldn't have to tell you that because I'm a civilian and you're a cop. But that is the law, and it's written right here in 120.14.
And it choked every air out of your throat.
Pardon me?
You guys hear that? He should have choked everything out of your throat. This is a detective in a police department. Are you still brainwashed? You think this is what heroes act like? After one cop threatens to kill this guy for taking a picture of his car, the detective, internal affairs, I'm assuming, said he should have choked you even harder.
I'm sorry? What did you just say?
What's your complaint, sir?
Who am I speaking with?
Same person, sir.
Did you just say something about choking my throat?
I say you already mentioned that the person choked your throat. What's your other complaint?
Right. And my complaint is that they wrote it down as harassment. And I said it's not harassment. I'm not alleging harassment. I'm making a complaint about menacing and stalking. And I read them the law, and the guy told me something untrue. He said if he threatens your life, that's harassment.
Yeah, exactly. Just let him talk, that's all.
I'm sorry?
Go ahead, sir.
Are you talking to me?
I said go ahead.
This guy is another disgusting animal. This person is an animal.
Told you that I alleged stalking. I alleged a misdemeanor of stalking and menacing in the second and third degree, and he wrote down harassment. But what the guy did to me is not harassment. It's menacing in the third and second degree, and it's stalking.
I'd like to add murder.
You'd like to add murder?
This is what independence looks like in America. I'd like to add murder. So there's a group of them in there. It's all a big joke. This is a detective in a police department. This is who you're supposed to go to when you have a problem with the cops. He wishes the cop would have killed him, is what he just said right there. And then the female cop in the background, oh shit, he heard you.
Do you know this conversation is recording? And you just said you'd like to add murder.
It's your word against mine.
No, it's not. It's the tape's word.
Oh my God. Can this guy be... I mean, is there a such thing as single-digit IQ? You realize this conversation is being recorded, and right away he says it's your word against mine. Does he not understand what recorded means? Recorded as in not just that instant out loud. Oh my Lord, have mercy.
It's yours.
Okay, well, the tape against my word. You're making it difficult.
The tape against my word. The tape against my word. Your words are on the tape. Oh my God. Oh my God. Why do I do this to myself?
I'm not making anything difficult.
You know you're making.
I'm making a complaint that the guy put down the wrong charge.
Okay, and I'll have that here on writing, and I'll add that to your complaint.
Okay, you didn't say that though. You said I'd like to add murder.
So, anything else you would like to add?
One more thing I have to. You said to me, you asked me if I went around taking pictures of cars, and I want to know why you said that.
Because if you fear for your safety, why would you put yourself in harm's way? When you take a picture of somebody else's property, sometimes they react that way.
And
so if you fear for your safety, why would you take a picture of other people's property?
Because, now listen to me carefully. He was on my block in front of my house. He does not have the right to push me or tell me he's going to kill me.
My understanding is
it has nothing to do with.
When I first got this complaint, that you was taking a picture of the vehicle because it was parked illegally.
I mean, that's your right to do.
People can still react in a violent manner.
Yes,
so
but that's
whether
against
you say stalking or his vehicle parked illegally,
yeah, but
people tend
it's
to
against.
react in a negative manner.
I know, but you know what? If I go up to you, or if you call me a bad name and I hit you with a pipe, I'm the one who gets arrested. And they don't say, well, I can't say, well, he called me a bad name, so I hit him with a pipe. That's just not the law. The law is I can take a picture of any darn thing I want to.
Sir, we're not going by what the law states.
Of course we are. The law is the.
We're not going by what the law states. Happy 4th of July.
Oh, of course we're going by the law. And the fact that I took the picture of the car does not change anything at all. I can go around taking pictures of people in New York City with absolute impunity. And if somebody punches me, they go to jail. I don't. And if you disagree with that, then you simply don't know the law. The fact is, it's a totally inappropriate question for you to ask me, why am I taking a picture of a car? I could have taken the picture of the car because I thought it was a pretty car and I wanted to take a picture of it because it's the kind of car I want to get. And if the guy comes in and throws me against the wall and tells me he's going to kill me, he's the one who gets in trouble, not me. And that's why I'm saying that for you to tell me that I did something wrong or imply that I was I was doing something inappropriate by taking a picture of the car, that's the point here. And I'd like to hear a confirmation of that, because otherwise I'm very, very troubled by your attitude. You're saying to me that somehow I shouldn't have taken a picture of the car and this cop had the right to bang my head against the wall and threaten to kill me because I took a picture of his car? That's what I'm complaining about. Do you understand?
Duncan Hicks was inside the Victorville police station this month.
How'd that one make you feel, that last one?
To file a police report. Unsatisfied with how the receptionist and deputy were handling it, Hicks recorded part of the incident.
He was very disrespectful to me, very rude to me.
Hicks says this was his third time here and also called once, and says this time the deputy refused to write his report down and then took it a step further.
This is not explaining the incident, sir.
Okay, Duncan, you know what, man? I'm about getting tired of you, and you're about to go to jail, just so you know.
What I'm going to jail for?
I'm getting tired of you, so I'm going to kidnap you.
I'll create something, you understand? You'll go to jail, you understand that?
I was shocked. I didn't do nothing wrong. You know, I'm a law-abiding citizen. You can't say that. How are you going to create something? That's against the law.
Illegal? Recording me like that? That's illegal. Without my knowledge, you want to go to jail for that too?
How you like that, dude? Immediately, oh my God. I repeat, this is what independence looks like in America.
According to the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department, recording in the station is allowed.
We then traveled to neighboring Huntington Park, and it seemed that word traveled with us.
I want to know, if I want to file a complaint against one of your officers, what do I do? Is there a form or something?
Weren't you just at Bell Police Department?
Yeah. Sergeant Michael Craven was apparently alerted by Bell Police, but instead of realizing it was a test, he proceeded to violate his own department's complaint policy.
But I'm just ticked off about it. I don't feel like getting into that. That's the reason.
I mean, there's no reason I can't give you a complaint.
But it's just a form.
I can't get into it. I know what it is, but I need to know what it's about.
You need to shut your stupid mouth and give him a complaint form is what you need to do.
If you're not happy with me, then you can come back tomorrow morning and talk to my chief of police.
Jones didn't want to provide information and didn't have to according to police policy, but Sergeant Craven didn't know or didn't care.
You have to let me know where it occurred. If you don't know where it occurred, how can we even investigate this then? Because if you don't know where it happened at, you don't know what day it happened at, then there ain't nothing I can do for you. Like I said, if you're not happy with me, you can take my name, it's right there, Sergeant Craven. You can come back tomorrow morning and complain to my chief of police.
We did just that.
So if you're not happy with me, then you can come back tomorrow morning and talk to my chief of police.
Assistant Chief Michael Visser viewed the tape. Huntington Park wasn't alone in policy violations. The Culver City Police Department watch commander also refused to give out a form without any information.
We need to know who you are, where you live, phone number, that kind of stuff. Every time I give out a form, I have to register that with the chief's office as to who I gave it to and the nature of the complaint.
That violates the Culver City police policy. A police lieutenant told me anyone can come in and get a complaint form, and complaints can be filed anonymously, even if the forms are registered with the chief's office.
It would certainly appear to be a stonewalling effect.
If you don't know where it occurred, how can we even investigate this?
Larry Paul is a 40-year law enforcement veteran. He reviewed the undercover videotapes and says the Culver City watch commander and others who refuse to give out forms may not be ignorant of policy, but trying to protect their own.
It would appear to me that he was certainly attempting to discourage any complaints being registered through his department.
The Huntington Park assistant chief refused to tell me if Sergeant Craven faced any disciplinary action because he violated department policy. Culver City Police were invited to respond to our report, but they refused. It's 2 a.m. on a Tuesday night. Our tester, Doug Jones, is walking into one of the most notorious police stations in the LAPD, the Rampart Division. His purpose, to ask about filing a complaint.
Hey, look, if I want to file a complaint against one of your officers, what do I do?
Your Honor, I would like to thank you for the opportunity to address this court.
Rampart Division is, of course, where Rafael Perez admitted shooting innocent victims like Javier Ovando. And this is where we began our test of the LAPD complaint process. Yeah. In Victorville, our tester was refused a form, violating department policy.
As soon as you can explain to me what's going on, I'd be more than happy to help you out.
In San Bernardino, Sheriff's Corporal Ray Austin's conduct was found to be intimidating by his own captain.
If your allegation is unfounded, the officer has the right to sue you.
At Lakewood,
I did find something that you can actually mail in.
And at Palmdale,
You just seal it and you would send it to here.
Jones was able to take a complaint form home so he could fill it out anonymously. But at 2 other stations we tested, he was told there was no such form. We also tested the Long Beach Police Department. We were told that forms were only filled out by supervisors, and Jones had to put his name on any complaint.
Oh, I can't, just send one in, anonymously, or just,
It has to be in person. You can't file a complaint anonymously.
But the Long Beach Police Department policy clearly states you can file anonymous complaints. In all, we tested 31 police locations. 19 followed policy. They provided complaint forms or complied with proper procedures. 12 did not follow policy. They either had no Jones who worked. Findings usually work to improve police policies.
We do tests, and that's what we're conducting.
All right, guys. Chris H., thanks for sending me this video. Catilla, thanks for finding this video and uploading it. Brizzy, I already forgot your Twitch handle. Keep reminding me, Briz. I'm gonna plug your Twitch channel, I swear. What else? Go to my Etsy store. This will not be monetized. The money goes getting less and less every day. YouTube's trying to get me to quit. But I think I have over 200 days streak going of making videos. I don't want to stop my streak, so. And I love you guys, and I like exposing these Constitution killers. So again, happy 4th of July. Here's what independence looks like. What would the founding fathers be doing today? I don't think they'd be eating hamburgers and hot dogs. Alright. And buying jumbo ketchup and mustards. Alright, people. For what it's worth, happy Independence Day, I guess, and hopefully the next Independence Day will have a little more independence instead of a little less. And if you're still watching after this, man, I appreciate you very much. Please like, subscribe, and all that stuff. Take it easy. Peace. Love you.